What's going on, everybody? We got an interesting topic today. Don't mind me in my robe; it's a little cold. I don't know why my door do what it do. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug this back up. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my thing. What's the name? I'll worry about that another day. Let's get started. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Ugh. Let's jump in here. I hate. I don't have. See y'all today. I just got through talking to one of my good partners, man, about the title today. What is your why? What is your why? We're gonna kind of dive deep into that. That means in life, what is your why? Why are you here? Why do you live? Why do you do the things you do? When it comes to your life and your lifestyle. Um, the reason why I say that is because a lot of people may think their why is to be a serial killer. A lot of people that why think they might be a hitman. Um, we all got an idea of what our why is. And that all depends on me, what you believe in, your upbringing, all that good stuff when it comes to your why. And we're going to get in that a little bit. I'm in 2 minutes in, so I'm going to probably wait till about 5 minutes, get a couple people in here. Shout out to Dr. T. Go subscribe to Dr. T. Very, very knowledgeable woman in the firearm industry. I'm watching Chicago and the Browns play today. I could have watched New England and the Buffalo Bills, but I wanted to see Shador Sanders, so I decided to turn on the Bills and the Browns and Chicago Bears game because I really want to see Sanders play ball today. Shout out to him, man. He's been dealing with a lot of adversity this season as a rookie. Ownership not wanting him, they end up drafting him. And that's the thing. He believes in God. He believes that he has definitely had to prove himself this season with the little three sample size games that he gave Cleveland. And now he's the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I don't like the Cleveland Browns. I don't like their organization. And so if it doesn't work out in Cleveland, I'm quite sure he'll find somewhere where he can land and be okay. So that's an example right now of the adversity and what he's faced this NFL season as a rookie. And build off these next 4 Cleveland games, and if they don't want him, then hopefully somebody will pick him up and he'll be starting for another team. So, what is your why? Huh? He text me. Oh, yeah, I gotta text somebody back. I text the wrong person. Yeah, I'm at Okay, y'all. I meant to do that too. Well dressed. All right, y'all. So, White Rambo, what's up, my brother? Dr. T. I thank everybody for coming in here, man. We're gonna get this thing started in a minute. But yeah, the conversation is what is your why? Everybody has a reason of why. Once you get old enough, you have to make decisions on your own. And you have to do things for yourself. We all have a why and a purpose in life. And what is your why and your purpose? Some people think the why is being in and out the prison system, poverty. It all reflects on your environment and how you've been brought up and what you believe in could determine your why when you become old enough and have to do things and have to be responsible for your own household, to be responsible for somebody else, to be responsible for children that you create, responsible for your mother, father. When they get old enough and they need someone to help take care of them, we all have to find our why in life, whether that's good or bad. I don't prefer bad, but hey, it is what it is. All right, y'all, we're going to hit my boy Well Dressed Tactical right quick. One of my homies that I've grown a great relationship with on YouTube and these last couple weeks on the phone. So we're going to hop into one of his videos and then we're going to get started. Let's see the short of his. He definitely has some fire, y'all. If y'all don't know, this man got some fire, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's go.
Scar 17 Evitt, Chamber in 308. You got to hold it tight, son. Scar 17 Evitt, Chamber in 308.
Man, shout out to him and what he got going on his channel. Definitely go check my brother out. Well Dressed, all one word. Tactical. They throwing out flags like crazy already. So let's. He touched it. He touched that. Yeah, he touched it. That's a touch, right? Oh, maybe he didn't touch it. Shadur starting on his on 2, ball on the 1. They can pin their ears back now. So shout out to him, man. Let me go ahead and don't want to remove him, but let's kind of. Let me do this. All right, y'all. So let's get into. It looked like he touched it. So what the hell? Just hit this thing. So I'm let me do something right quick. Get my fellas in here. I don't know how to send this. My partner told me how to do it, but I don't remember. So let me go do these clothes and I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta throw these clothes in the dryer. I'm gonna have to leave this door open for a minute. So y'all, what is y'all why? Why do y'all live? Put it in the comments, man. I want some interaction. What is you guys' why? Why do you live? Why do you do what you do? What is your why in this world? My why is to be the healthiest, and the best understanding father that I could be to my children. That's my first why and why I live. Life in Baton Rouge, what's going on? White Rambo, Dr. T. We all have a reason why we do what we do. And like I said, man, put y'all comments in that. Well, in fact, I'm gonna share this link. If anybody want to come up here and, I don't know, if you want to come up here and say something, I would love to have two or three of you guys on the pen. Come on, man. I need to paste. All right, I'm gonna throw this link out here, man. If you want to come up here and give us your why, you're more than welcome to. But like I said, let me see something. I might can. Let me see if I can copy this link through my phone. Let's see if I can copy this link right quick, y'all. No, nigga, I don't want no TV code. What's the missing? Let's go. No, I don't, y'all. Nope. I'm all wrong. Let's go to this. Let's go to my channel. Let's go to this. Let me see if I can. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to copy. No, I don't want to do that. All right, y'all. I was trying to copy and paste this link. It's just not letting me. So we're not gonna worry about it. I was trying to figure out. Can I go to? Let me see some. YouTube Studios. Trying to do something on the. Let's see. I look like Cleveland Browns lost their challenge. Let's see some. YouTube Studios. I want to see if I can do my live. All right, y'all, whatever. They want to come in, y'all can hit that link. They already lost the timeout, Cleveland. But we all have a why. In life, and some of us figure out that why, and some of us figure out that why too late, or don't figure out that why at all. And so you have to determine what your why is before you end them in a slammer, or you might end up 6 feet under because of your actions and your why. Whatever your why, your purpose, you believe it may be, can ultimately lead to you getting unalived or being put in a cell, be locked up, for maybe incarcerated for 20 years, because you didn't know what your why was, and you got involved in some stuff that got you put in the. Why did they do a run play? Why ain't let him throw the ball? Okay, we talking about the Cleveland Browns offense. They do a run on a 3rd and 7. Okay. Um. So, you know, if you don't have a good support system behind you, if you don't have valuable people in your life to kind of teach you your why, your purpose, not necessarily saying that it's the right or wrong way, but we all are shaped by the people you interact with each and every day. It's definitely a reason why you are the way you are. Whether that's faith based, whether that's um, uh, behavior, how you behave, how you handle certain situations at certain times, how you build relationships, how you deal with relationships. Um, so you have a lot of whys in your life when you're a baby. When you become a teenager, you start to shape, start to mold yourself, and what direction you want to go with your why. Um, and so a lot of that is determined by your why. Um, then when you become an adult, it becomes all on you. You go back to what you've been taught. You go back to what you've learned throughout the years, and you determine why, what kind of life you want to live, and why do you want to live that life. Um, when you become an adult, it definitely takes a role on when you have children. If you can't have children, you choose to adopt. Um, and so you have so many options with that why, and determining who you're going to be and what you want to get out of life. Life is not always fair. Life doesn't always go your way. Uh, One thing about life, and it's always constant, and that's change, whether for the good or for the bad. So, we just have to figure that out. You have to figure out what is your why. Um, Whether that's let's go social. Do you want to deal with messy people? Do you always want drama around you? Um, do you always want to be in a bar fight because of a friend? So you have to determine socially what is your why. Socially, why? Or do you like chilling, being relaxed? Let me take them what's names. I think I'm driving close. I think y'all finished. All right, you can go ahead. And so socially, you determine why you want to hang out with certain people. Uh, if and that's another thing with gang being gang affiliated. You have determined your why is you wouldn't lay your life down on the line for a color that you do not own. That's one thing I couldn't understand about gang banging. Y'all shooting at each other, killing each other over color that you do not own. And so you gotta determine and know what your why is. And so socially, what is your why? Let's go family. Family is another big one. Why? Are you there to uh, help everybody, or are you there to hold family accountable just like you would your friends and your social aspect of your life? Um, a lot of that is determined to me how you view life and who and what and who raised you. So we all have a why. What is your why? Some people believe their why on earth is to be a serial killer. Some people believe their why is um, doing the unthinkable to babies. Um, some people think that their why is to be a human trafficker. Um, we all have a why in this lifetime, and you have to determine what is going to be your why. I always this is deep because a lot of people don't think about this in their lifetime. A lot of us do. A lot of us make decisions around our why. And so there's no wrong answer to this question. But, as youngsters, a lot of us don't think about that type of stuff. And for the youngsters, man, you got to start thinking about that stuff, especially when you get in high school. Start figuring out what is your why. And that why means everything because it determines your future. Gang banging determines your future. Does it define you? No, I don't believe it defines you, but it does affect your quality of life when you get up there in that age. I'm never believed to determine somebody for action, but if you keep on doing the same thing, then I gotta define you by that action because you're not learning or you're not. What's up, Jovan? Um, you're not doing nothing different to to alter your why in life. And so, to me, no, one action doesn't define a person, but a repeat offender. Just like the young man in Chicago that set that young lady on fire. He had 70 some arrests. He's been in and out of the prison system since the age of 19. And so his why was to be to inflict pain and havoc on God's green earth. And so it took for him to light a young lady on fire, and I believe she still is fighting for her life. For them to put him away, and he'll never see the day. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't believe in being a judge, the jury, and executioner, but in this case, um, he needs to get put down. He needs to get put down. And I don't say that lightly because I'm not God, but after a while, you gotta see a person for what they are and who they are. And in this case, it's no going back for him. I don't see him being able to live in society and being able to live a functional life without causing havoc or destruction amongst citizens in Chicago. So in this case, I believe, and I don't like the death penalty, but I believe he should be. I believe in this case, he determined and he shown us what his why is here on earth. His why here is to strictly inflict pain and harm on people that has nothing to do with his situation, but because he's going through something and he don't know how to handle himself as a human being, then he takes it out on other human beings, and now a young lady is fighting for her life. What is your why? And in this case, I believe he's not going, no matter what kind of help he gets, he's not someone that can live among society, among people that's knows what their why is. Maybe he believes that's his why, to be destructive, to inflict pain, to inflict harm upon others. That doesn't that has nothing to do with any situation that he's going through. And so as fathers, as uncles, we kind of have to shape um, nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, um, granddaughters, grandsons. We have to kind of help them understand what their why is. A lot of these youngsters don't know what their why is. They've been in the streets. Somebody tells them what their why is with no direction, no forward thinking. But you're going off somebody that's been in the streets all their life. They don't know nothing but the streets. And pulls you in, and you live your life amongst their why. Not your why, but you're living through them vicariously through their why. And we have to, as young men and young women, or older men and older women, we have to kind of help them in that process. And so to us older men and women, I challenge you to kind of help these youngsters in shaping their why. Don't have the wrong person giving a youngster their why without a great explanation on what their why is. We have to talk to our children, grandparents, mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles that's been through some to determine, to teach them what their purpose and what their why is in their time. What's up, Power? Shout out to her, man. She's a therapist. I don't really like therapists. I got a best friend that's a therapist, a counselor at a high school. I went to high school with her, graduated with her. I don't really care about strengths. but they are healthy. Don't get it twisted. I used to be one of the ones. They got more problems than I do. But shout out to all the therapists in the world. We do need you guys. Took me a couple of years to say that. So, but you have to grow and you have to learn and you have to grow in the right direction. So shout out to every therapist in the world that's helping us get through our problems. And that's a lot. Hey, therapists is a why. We need them. We gotta have them. They're a good source of being able to get your feelings out. You can go to somebody that's not judgmental, that study in that field, that can give you some type of perspective on life. And so, there you go, Shador, running. Did you make the first down? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm watching the Chicago game too. Therapist judge. Joe Voss said therapist judge. Is that true? Oh, he's short. Nice effort, Shador. He's short. No, he ain't make the line to give. Let me put this comment up here. Joe Foss said therapist judge. Is that true? Are you judging and getting paid at the same time? No, he about a half a yard short. Beautiful try though. Are y'all judgmental? Therapists, are you judgmental? Because if you're judgmental, then you don't need to be a therapist. We pay you to be biased. Our health insurance helps. Oh no, see, now I was with you. I ain't with you when you're wrong. I ain't with you when you're wrong. Now you judgmental. You're not supposed to be judgmental. You go into studying to be non-judgmental. Nah, see, now we're gonna have to healing. We heal. We're gonna have to talk about this. Heal, power, release. You're gonna be judgmental? Oh, now you got me back on the same thing I was saying when I was younger, when I was in my teens and 20s. You just made me revert back to what I Well, if I pay you, you don't need to be judgmental. I just need your professional opinion, and I need somebody to talk to. You don't need to be judgmental. See, now they got off the topic. See, that this is very important. That's why we have these discussions. No, therapist. I don't believe you just said you was judgmental in the therapy room. That's true. I mean, it's like any profession, just like judges and politics and police officers. You do have that bad apple that does give your profession a bad name. I do agree with that. I'm not going to sit up and say no, that's not true. It is. That's absolutely true. That's in any profession. We always gonna have horrible people in that in all the professions that that's here in life. So no, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. That is absolutely true. You got doctors, nurses. Okay. Check it guys to be checked at the door. The bias has to be checked at the door because then you will not help the client. Okay. See, I can rock with Hill. I can rock with her. I can rock with her. I could see her being my therapist, but I ain't into catching no therapy. But she's like a great. If you're in the, I believe you're in Texas, right? I believe she's in Texas. So if you need somebody to talk to, paid, she still got to make her money. We don't do nothing for free around here. Look her up in her local area. Great. She seems like she's a great therapist. So, oh, Tampa. She's in the Tampa area. I'm sorry. She's in the Tampa area. I don't know why I thought she was in Florida. I'm thinking about Bug. She's in the Tampa area. So if you're in the Tampa area, Florida area, um, look her up. If you need somebody to talk to, shout out to her. I respect her profession. I just didn't agree with therapists. I always felt they had more problems than I did. So how they gonna talk to me about my problems? That's just the way I thought when I was young. So I'm not even going to lie today. I wasn't a fan of therapy when I was young. So, but once again, that determines your why. And so we all have to look in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said, look at the man in the mirror or look at the woman in the mirror. And the next question is, what is your why? Why are you living life? Why do you do what you do? Why do you sacrifice for others? Why do you depend on others? Whatever your why may be, why did you decide to pick that particular profession as your career? Therapist, why do you do therapy? Because you like helping people. That's what I would think. But in some cases, some people don't. Some people do that. Some people don't do that for many purposes. Some people do it for the money. Some people do it to help people. So some people do it because of what it pays. So police officers, teachers do it. Some do it, and then to me, I don't think teachers do it for the pay. Some teachers do it because they love children. Some people do teaching because for a number of other reasons. So, man, what the Chicago rolling right now. Um, do you do it because of the power? Do you become a police officer because of the power that badge holds? Do you do it because maybe your dad or your mom will join the military, and now you want to be in the military because of your parents? That could be your why. Some people you just think the worst and worst of life, and your why is I can't. I refuse to do that to myself. And some people revert to what they know. My mom and dad was a drug user. My dad was a pimp. My mom was was getting paid by customers to do what she needed to do to put food on the table. So we can be influenced by our why, or we can turn that bad into good, or we can continue the good and continue with that good. And so we have to help these youngsters and shape these youngsters. Not saying that they're going to do what you tell them to do, or they're not going to. Sometimes it don't work out, but at least you can say you helped in trying to make this young man or this young woman shape their why. Shout out to Jadakiss. I love that song, Why. A couple years ago, off the Jadakiss album, Kiss of Death, I think is the name of the album. But he had a song, Why. And And at the time, people didn't understand. And Jadakiss, to me, don't get the album sales like other people do because to me, he is a realist. He don't let mainstream media determine what he's going to put on an album. And I thought that was a great album, but because he don't do what main industry, main what's the name wanted to do, he does. He's not one of the. He doesn't sell a lot of albums, but that song "Why" was a is why. Why do you live life? Why do you do what you do? Hold on, y'all. I got Tackleberry Bug on here. Coming to the stage. A ladybug.
This bitch I swear to God. I swear to God. I hate you. I hate you very much. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Bro, why I feel like Detroit down here, man? 35 degrees. You know, Texas, we don't
Man,
like cold weather down here. You know what I'm talking about? It's so cold that I just want to go catch me a 304 and lay up in the house all day. Lay up in the house in my boxes and do absolutely nothing.
nothing.
Oh my God, what's up, man?
Shit,
How
man.
everybody doing in the chat? I can't see the chat today because y'all can tell what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. Hey,
He out there
and it,
snowmobiling in Texas.
say now, look, it's not a snow in sight, but bro, I swear to God, it feels like a warm day in Chicago. Cause it's cold as hell for us. It's freezing for us. In Chicago, they'll be outside in tank tops talking about, yeah, it feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Man, below they said I'm looking at the Chicago game now because Chicago, Cleveland and Chicago, which ain't too far from Ohio anyway. But
Right.
they said they got freezing temperatures. They out there playing in freezing temperatures.
Say I think it's a winter blast coming through because my partner is in up in Illinois, and he was telling me he trying to get back to Texas. He was like, "Bro, I'm up here at work. It's a blizzard up here, a snowstorm coming through here. I'm trying to get back home." And he done got the flights delayed like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I about to say this ain't the time this year to be catching flights. Yeah,
Flights, and that what he kept saying. He was like, "Bro, I said, bro, you probably you might if you can jump in the whip fast enough, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get on 57 or 55 and come on catch 30, catch 40 to 30, or come through Memphis, depending on how you want to come. You might have to get on that highway, man,
yeah.
and come on back to the crib.
Yeah, this is one of the worst times to go trade, especially up here up north. They do a lot of delays this time of the year, right around
Ah man, who you telling? Not
between
trust me.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Christmas. Any excuse not to service that flight that you paid for?
Yeah,
You know
my
what I'm saying?
mom came up here one Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, one Thanksgiving, and she ended up staying the whole day in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
She never came back. I said, I don't blame
They
you.
they should put hotels in airports
Yeah, I
just
mean,
for that type of stuff right there,
you
man.
know, and
For
she'll
that type of
accommodate
stuff.
them.
And so you said, what is your why? That is your question today, huh?
Yeah,
What
what?
is my why for being on this earth? You
Yes, sir.
know, my why is my grandkids.
There you go.
Because if I didn't have them, who I don't even want to get that no thought. I don't want to get that no thought, man. My grandkids. To make sure that my grandkids have a better life than I did at their age.
There you go.
And my baby girl, because, she 9. So, you know what I'm saying? She fall in the category with the grandbabies. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But that's my why. That's why I'm on this earth. On this earth for that. That's the first reason, and then the secondary reason, God got me here to let people learn from my experiences and to push them toward Him.
There you,
Get him some advice, and at the same time push them toward Him. You feel me? That's the way I see it.
yeah. Everybody, and a lot of that, like I tell a lot of people, that also means how you can make a lemon out of lemonade,
Right, righteous, righteous.
but what is that person's path?
Right.
Some of our past has been so horrible that you can't see past you know what you've been through, and that means the people that's been in your life that you thought that was good for you, they end up
Mm-hmm.
being the worstest ones that you can ever imagine while you grew up. And that
Exactly.
and that can alter your thinking. You know, you might
Mm-hmm.
think your why is to destroy others. I'm gonna give you P. Diddy. You know,
Yep.
people destroy him. And then now he um he has used his power that he had got throughout the years to torture other people. And that's why people are not looking at the big picture. Oh, P. Diddy did this, P. Diddy. No, somebody groomed him.
Hey, his mama. His mama had sex with him.
Yeah, that's
Like
one
she
way.
raped him. Like she realized like she raped the dude. Like his own mama. Like the dude been sexually abused from the day one, from the day he was interned. Them dudes passed that dude around like a cigar.
Yeah,
You feel me? You know, like a blunt. They passed that boy around. Then the mama had already introduced him to that. So hurt people, bro. And
yeah,
then a lot of these people that they complain, and a lot of these people knew what the hell they were getting out into. Now, if you got drugs and somebody took you know what I'm saying, took your bugina, that's different. But
that's
if
different.
you went in there willingly, knowing
Willing.
what it is, that's
Yeah.
on you, man. That's on you.
Absolutely.
Y'all were two consenting adults. You got paid for it, tough titty. But if somebody like took advantage of you, now that's different. You feel me?
Yeah.
You
Now
feel
he
me?
could
So
now he could have used it for good, but
yeah.
somebody he wasn't taught to use it for good.
But think about it. Think about it. Most people emulate
What they see or what
what
they've
they
been
see.
taught.
So think about it. Rich, powerful men abused him. His mama abused him. The most powerful person on earth is a
And it's
boy's mama. Is a
yeah,
boy's mama.
yeah.
She abused him. So what you think he gonna do to the world?
Oh, he gonna abuse them back.
Man, come on, man.
Rocket scientist, come
It
on.
ain't rocket science, man. It's simple math.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's simple math. 1 + 1 = 2. So like it's simple math. Like it's gonna things perpetuate themselves. Certain
Hmm.
situations perpetuate themselves, and it take a strong mind to break it. You know what I'm saying?
It
To
takes a
break it.
certain one to come
Yeah,
in
there's certain one that one of a million, that one of a million, bro. It take that certain type that like, hey, I'm not gonna let the situation conquer me, and I'm not gonna it, it, uh, put this on somebody that was put on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you not hear this? How all this boomerang back? When I first got on here, the first thing I said, I live for my grandkids, so they don't have to live the life that I lived growing up. You feel me?
uh-huh.
So think about what I'm saying. So some people break the cycle, and some people make the
Oh,
cycle.
yeah, exactly.
And when they make the cycle, they perpetuate the cycle that already done happened, but they just put a new curve into it.
Oh yeah,
They might make the circle bigger or smaller. You feel what I'm
you know
saying?
they done figured out a different way to manipulate the situation.
So, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy part about it. But a lot of people, Skillet man, when you told me you said what's your why when we was in the group chat, bro, do you understand how deep this is and how far this can go if you really just want to unpack it?
Oh
Because
yeah,
a lot of people don't even know why they here.
exactly. And that's
They
why I
have
said
no idea.
us oh we shape and prime example like you said. P Diddy mama shaped him
Yep. To
in
what he is.
one of the worst ways that a mother could.
Yeah, in the worst way.
In the worst
And
of
see,
both.
everybody forget that. Not making excuses for the little dude. I don't make excuses for nobody. I don't make no excuse for him. I don't make no excuses for Bill Cosby. I don't make no excuses for none of everybody that they done tore down. Because if you really think about it, those are black black men that they're allowed to get in a place, and then they destroyed them.
Destroyed them. Yep.
They destroyed them. Because the first thing you do when you get big and somebody else put you there, when somebody place you there, the first thing they're gonna get sexual deviant, sexual allegations. You done rape somebody,
Hmm.
or you're a child molester. But what it is, the tell you down is gonna be sexual. But nobody talk about Hugh Hefner was screwing kids.
Hmm.
Hey, he was a brothel for the rich.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All them Elizabeth Taylor, all them women with kids, 13, 14, messing with grown men up in there. But see, don't nobody talk about that. Look at Weinstein, Griselle Maxwell. Look at those people. They did the same thing that P. Diddy did on a different. Hey, allegedly. Shit, I ain't gonna mention their names because you know what I'm saying they from your state and shit happen to people who say something about them. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm bad, but you know what I'm saying. I got my
Mhm.
limits. You know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So but you know who I'm talking about. I'm just gonna say Hope, Arkansas. That's what they stimulated from.
Yeah.
Listen to the stories in Hope. If you know any black people that worked in them the governor's mansions and worked in them houses, the stories, man, go around Hope, Arkansas. Go to the Hope. Arkansas Watermelon Festival and talk to some older black people and listen to the rumor mill. Man, them don't be rumors.
Nope, they be absolutely true.
Shit, this shit been going on.
Oh, for
Look at all
years.
them people that went to Epstein Island. I'm just saying, Diddy did the same thing, but when Diddy sued that company,
Oh, yeah,
watch who next? Jay Z next. But not even just to get off topic though. I'm just using this to make saying this to say this, saying this to say that. At the end of the day, that dude was hurt,
mm-hmm.
and like you said, he didn't make a decision to help. He hurt. He destroyed other people. He destroyed lives. That man destroyed men and women. Destroyed some buttholes in the process. You hear
Mm-hmm.
me? Some people allowed him to destroy their buttholes. A lot of people. Now, when you look at what's that little boy named Orlando Brown? Orlando
Oh
Brown ain't
yeah,
as crazy as people thought he was.
right. Yeah.
Hey, hey, Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright been saying this for years, but nobody would listen to him. Saying this for years. If you think about it, 50 Cent said it. I don't like a man ask me to take me shopping the way I talk about women. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the signs was there, but like you say, when you got money and fame, anything get away with until they get tired of you.
Yep. Until you step out of line, it's a pecking order, just like anything else.
It's
You
a pecking
start
order.
running that pecking order.
Once you step out of line, they'll put you back,
Oh
and
yeah,
you're gonna fall. You're gonna go to jail,
or you
and
gonna,
you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose a lot. But a
or you
lot of
gonna,
people,
or you gonna get under line.
yeah,
You
that
only
too.
got
That
two.
that's losing. That's the ultimate loss right there. You up out of here. But this, I said this on my live Wednesday, dog. When people realize that you got an expiration date, then that shouldn't scare you no more.
No, it shouldn't.
If they gonna do it, do it.
You
Don't
do it.
beg nobody. Hey, don't do this to me, man. If God want me to, man, I'm telling you, man. I got a partner, man. He like my little brother. His big brother like my big brother, Carlos. Brandon got shot in the face by our partner Jared. It was an accident. Shot him right between the eyes with 25. Brandon was 12. Brandon got a full life down here now. Teacher, kids. When it ain't your time, it ain't your time.
Yeah.
And people got to stop being scared that somebody can take it away from them because they can't take nothing that God don't allow them to take. Now, sometimes you can rush it, but
Oh
don't do nothing to rush it. Don't do
yeah.
nothing to rush it. But
Right.
I'm just saying, but if you ain't rushing it and you living right, man, man, no weapon formed against you should prosper, bro. And a lot of people don't know why they here. Like, figure out why you here. See
Yeah.
what good you do because sometimes a lot of people, if they really give a self-assessment, they'll realize that shit, they might want to go and take themselves up out of here to make the world a better place.
Yep, and that was the example with Chicago with that guy been arrested over
Hmm.
sometimes, and then his final act was lighting a young lady on fire. At this point in time, he don't need to be out. He's not equipped. He don't know his why in life, and so his why is thinking, destruction. Hurting folks. So at this point, I don't really care about the death penalty, but at this time, it's time to put that young man down.
Man, I just say why I can't go back to like I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in a payphone era. So, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm gonna say I don't advocate violence, but I just advocate realness. At the end of the day, cuz why can't we go back to the days when we used to protect ourselves, when we used to self-regulate ourselves, when we got somebody in the neighborhood and we know that he's a degenerate, we take care of him.
Oh
Him
yeah.
come up missing. I remember growing up, man. I come from one of the most violent places in the United States. I come from Shreveport, Louisiana, bro. And when Shreveport, Louisiana closed down, GM and Libby Glass and all the factory jobs and AT&T left and all that, and the boats came in, the place became a cesspool. And I can tell
Yep.
you this here though. At one point in time, my city, man, the thug man, look, I give it a shout out to Bam Bam, Sebastian Richardson, uh, um, Bam Bam, BXBZ Bottom Boy. He said this. I seen him on the reel today. He said, Bam Bam said the Bottom Boys wasn't a gang. We started out of a necessity to stop oppression,
Mm,
and then they got classified as a gang, and it was from a city councilman because the Bottom was a red light district, and back then Sprague Street, Penny said it on my live. Sprague Street was known for prostitution. You know
mm.
what I'm saying? Heavy prostitution. And so, the police will allow certain people to do certain things and oppress people. It was from oppression. But shout out to them boys, the Bottom Boys, man. The Bottom Boys used to feed the community, clothe you, pay your bills, and they'll take care of degenerates. You get where I'm coming from? They'll take care of degenerates. Problems we didn't. They didn't call SPD. They didn't call Shreveport police, man. You go talk to Big Dunn and you go talk to Bam Bam them. A goat, you talk to one of them OGs down there, man. You talk to them, and things that happen. Somebody did something to your kid. Them, the neighborhood regulate everything. You hear me?
Yeah,
But we
exactly.
far from that. That's called community. We don't have that no
We
more.
don't have that, not at all.
We got neighborhoods.
Yeah, and that's
This
just
is it.
like I'm gonna give you an example with my daughter. We just I just had to talk to a teacher Friday because this is a particular teacher she's been having a problem with. So my thing is let's go figure this out before the end of the year so we can get this squared away so we get a better understanding on what he expect from you and what he expect out of his classroom.
Right.
When we get there, she gonna say, "Well, the way he talked to us other students," I said, "No, let me advocate right now. I'm not talking about another student. I'm talking about
I'm talking
you.
about you.
I don't care about the
Right.
mother. I don't worry about. I don't take you and the other students to the bus stop. I take you to the bus stop. So what problem do you have?" And she goes, "Well, the way he says and the way he delivers it." I said, "Well, give me an example on how he says it and how he delivers it." Well, he said the one that's sitting in the chair and everybody else was up and they was doing the scavenger hunt. She was the only one sitting in the chair. So I said, "What did he say wrong? He talking to you. What did he say wrong?" I'm
Right.
not understanding what's the problem. You just didn't like the way he said it, which does not have nothing to do with that. Don't have nothing with you. With you not doing you doing not what he told y'all to do. You was the
Exactly.
only
But
one
you're not
sitting down.
following direction.
You was the only one sitting down. So yeah, he was talking to you. I mean, what I mean, he could have been disrespectful and said, "Hey, little B," you know what I'm saying? He
That's
just,
different.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there's nothing. So my wife's like, "Don't you owe him an apology? Don't you owe Mr. Hill an apology?" "Yeah, I owe him." She said, "No. What is his name? That teacher has a name. Mr. Hill, I'm sorry, and I shouldn't have told you don't talk to me." I said, "Okay, we got that out the way." So I was like,
Hmm.
"Well, what do you want him to do that he's doing to disrespect you?"
Hmm.
I said, "You got anything to say? Let's get it out in the open because after this meeting, we
It's
ain't
not
gonna
gonna happen again.
we're not
Right.
doing it because you saying that he picking on you, he's not picking on you. The problem is my daughter. What she's doing is he let her go a couple of times out the classroom, go get something she forgot. Now it's becoming repetitive. Oh, I forgot
Yep.
this. Oh, I forgot that. So now he to the point to where, hey,
No.
it's a no.
Hmm.
You
And
now you trying to take advantage of it. So she goes to so after that, I'm like, me and my wife like, hey, from this day forward, if she leaves anything, you give one of us a call. Because you either playing in the hallway
hmm
or you done left that classroom playing and you forgot what the hell you supposed to get for his class.
doing something you don't got no business doing.
So he's a nonsense type of guy. This is the teacher that you have for 6 hours. You do your work. We're not worried about you not doing your work. But the problem is you're playing around.
Hmm.
And he's a nonsense type of guy. What in Oak Park, where I'm at, the rules, this is a district rule. To try to clear the hallways, you're not to let the student out the first 15 minutes of class. They're trying to clear the hallways again before the classroom is out. You can't leave they're not supposed to leave the classroom 15 minutes before the class ends. So we understand the window. You got an attitude because you want to leave back out and he told you no.
Right.
And so you ain't saying nothing to him. You already being disrespectful. Then you tell him not to say nothing to you. You gonna now you being double disrespectful.
Hmm.
One thing we don't allow, you let me and your mother handle adult. You do what the adults say, and then you give us a call. And like I did, I will get a meeting with that teacher and we'll handle that the appropriate way. But you don't tell no teacher don't talk to you.
No, you
A
ain't
lot of
grown.
parents we don't check our children when they're wrong. So my daughter was wrong. You was dead wrong.
100%.
He done let you do it a couple times. His thing is now you getting ridiculous with it, which I understand. You got a nonsense type of father, so I don't understand you know what I'm saying?
What you tripping off of?
Exactly.
Like you know what time it is. You already know who I am. You know what I'm about. So why are you tripping? Come on now, you out of line for talking to that man like that because you wouldn't talk to me or your mama like that.
So in the hell with. So So,
Right.
and that's another thing. It's all about what you what you teach your children. You know,
And
right or
what you
wrong,
allow. And
you
what you
allow.
allow.
Because, like I told her in front of the teacher, when you become adult, it's rules and regulations you're gonna have to abide by anyway. So this is teaching you how
Hmm.
to deal with certain people. That's nonsense. He's a nonsense type of teacher.
Yep. No nonsense at all. Don't run your stupid, run out here. Just run out here. I'm gonna smash you. We in the right vehicle today for that. Yeah. Man, these people act like they losing their mind down here, dog. If I'm on the main street, you just gonna run up out the you gonna run up out the place and you finna come out Kroger parking lot like you just gonna run out in the main street like I'm gonna slow down. I'm not gonna slow down. I'm gonna tear you. I'm gonna tear the front of this charger up, boy.
Right.
I'm Bow. I'm telling you, I'm gonna smack you because you're stupid. You're gonna
So
learn today.
we as men and women that have been through life and we done experienced some things, we have to be a part of that why process.
Exactly.
You know what it takes. You know what you done been through. You have experience in your life. So, and with experience and you overcoming a lot of things you overcame, you have a better uh, look on life to teach to kind of keep them from going down the path you went to. But
Right.
everybody's not like that. We talking about people
Nope.
that have learned
Sensible.
that's sensible. So everybody is not going to be that ride that you need to keep yourself going and keep yourself out of trouble.
Right.
Not saying you're not gonna make mistakes. As youngsters, we're gonna make mistakes. But what our job is as older adults that have been through life, we have to kind of give them that advice to kind of stir them for hey, I see you going in the way that I went, and I can see
Right.
you handling it the way I handled it, and it didn't come out right for me. So I'm quite sure it's not gonna come out right for you. Try it this way. And if they don't take it if they don't take it your advice to heed, then guess what? You can go to sleep saying, "I told you so." So, to me, what's going on, Well Dressed Tactical? We have to be a part of that why process, um, especially if you're doing it from a good place in your heart, uh, and you understand that you are helping that young woman or that young man to become a better why in today's society. Like I said before, life is not going to always go your way. Life is not perfect, but in life not being perfect, get around some people that's going to give you the right advice. That's going to look out to your well-being and help you develop your why. If that's a plumber, be the best plumber you can be. If that's an electrician, be the best electrician you can be. If that's a police officer, a judge, a teacher, um, anything that will help you be a better you. Have somebody in your corner that can help you with your why. A lot of us don't get that. Sometimes that why is not a good why. So you have to determine, you have to use your common sense on who you can depend on so you can definitely um, be able to be comfortable in who you with and what your why is. Man, I thank everybody for coming through. I'm about to get off this thing and finish watching Cleveland and Chicago play ball.
Oh boy, you lame.
Uh,
You lame. You lame as hell.
I appreciate everybody, especially my bug brother coming through, man, and really giving his.
Oh man, I told listen, bro. Support don't cost nothing. You heard me?
So,
Support don't cost
bro,
nothing. It's
what
free.
you got? What you got going on this week? Go ahead and.
Oh man, look, this week, Wicked Wednesday. Hold up. I got the title. Hold on. Wait 1 second.
All
I'm
right, go
finna
ahead.
press mute. I'm finna get the title.
All right, go ahead. You got a lot of people that come on during the week. A regular gun guy, I think he comes on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I want to say. You got Gina versus Gina. She comes on
Oh, Gina, I ain't seen
Wednesday.
Gina in a year, a minute.
I want to say she come on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Um, you
Yeah,
got a lot of
Gina.
people out here doing their lives, man. I try to support everybody. At least one show. If you got multiple, I try to at least come out and do one. Oh, there you go, Sanders. That bullet down the field. There you go.
What does you did say
Cleveland.
Shador playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
Cleveland.
starter.
Ah man, I don't know.
They
My
named
mind
him a
it was
starter for the next 4 games. You know how that is.
man, that man should have been a starter. They were trying to ruin that boy.
Oh yeah, he got
They didn't
faith.
want and
That's
then
what they did.
now I found out that what's his name? Stefanski
Yeah.
granddaddy was Dion's coach and Dion poured that water on him a long time ago.
Oh wow.
He poured water on his daddy. And so granddaddy daddy something like that. And yeah, that's a family hatred. Dion disrespected his papa, disrespected Pop. You got to get him back through his son. I'm talking about that's some pettiness right there,
Hey,
boy.
but
That's some
that's
pettiness.
that why.
That's the why.
Stafford.
Why am I here? To wait on one of these sounders so I can get this get back.
Yep. That's why. But that Sanders that he messing with has faith. He has
Yep.
belief in God, and God put him in the right place at the right time. And I say this: even if he don't start for Cleveland next year, he's actually performing for another team.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Put on your best tape you can do for these next 4 games. And hey, if Cleveland ain't your spot, hey, you got plenty more teams to audition for. So people
Yep.
don't let one person ruin your why.
Yep. No, don't let one person ruin your why. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. It is not worth
So
it. But man, I
he
appreciate you.
oh yeah, for sure. So he out here playing ball today. I hope his 4 games go. Even if they lose, I hope he has a successful game. That's
Hey,
all I
but
want.
back to Wicked Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about Mean Girls. Wicked Wednesday, we talking about Mean Girls. I got a daughter. I got two daughters. I put one through high school, and she was, you know, one of the blacks was the real minorities in the school. The Mexicans and the whites really like ran the school or Sealy Academy, and my daughter she caught some flack up there. And then I got my baby girl. She went to Mockingbird, and there was you know it's some blacks there, but not too many. So we talking about the mean girls. How when you women and these women and your daughter might can she can expound upon this when they had them friends that be doing stuff to them, really on the slick side being mean to them, but guys in that ass, it's a joke or playing, pulling their hair, hurting them on the slick side. It ain't direct, it's indirect. The indirect hate. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be speaking on that, and we're gonna try to have some women on talking about the mean girl experience. I ain't never been a girl, so I can't speak on it. I'm just gonna be there listening. You hear me? So I'm just gonna be there listening, and then we're
What
gonna leave
what
it like
what
that.
time and what time zone are you in?
Central Standard Time Zone, Central Mountain. So that's gonna be Chicago, on down to the south. We're gonna be Central Time Zone. So I'm an hour behind you. It'll be 9 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So
Okay.
it'll be your time. It'll be 10. California it'll be 8. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So New York it'll be 10. Florida,
And
all that
if
stuff.
you don't know that time, you can always Google it. They'll give
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It's Central Standard Time, but it's 9. If you're in the East Coast, it's gonna be 10. If you're in the West Coast, it's gonna be 8 because they 2 hours behind.
All
You
right.
know what
So
I'm
there you
saying?
go.
So that's how we're gonna do that.
All
And
right.
y'all come support us. It don't cost us nothing. And appreciate you, Skillet, for having me through, man.
Oh,
And
for
just
sure.
holler at your boy later, man. I'm
All
up
right.
out this joint.
All right.
All right.
Man, y'all, there you go, man. Definitely go check my brother out on Wednesday. Definitely great conversations. He has some great things going on over there at Tackleberry Bug. If you ain't subscribed, definitely go subscribe. You got a couple people in here you can go subscribe to. Dr. T. Definitely, I encourage you go subscribe to her page. Let me heal them. Let's say Healing Power Release. Go check her out. I don't know if she do YouTube, but I think she does. Definitely go show us some love on her page. I don't think Jova got a page, so we're not gonna mention Jova. Dog it. Well Dressed Tactical, definitely go check him out. White Rambo, U.S. Marine Corps, so USMC. So definitely go check these people out, man. They definitely come through, show me love. Definitely go and show them some love, man. They've been rocking with me since. I'll go check out Miss Ewing page, Shannon Ewing, her too. And so there y'all go, man. I'm out of here. I'm about to watch a couple games today, man. Y'all be safe. And y'all take care of one another, man. It is your favorite gun on the Checking Out Jay Skilly. And may God bless each and every one of you, y'all. Happy Sunday. Be safe. Enjoy one another. Encourage one another. Speak life amongst one another. And y'all be blessed, man. Peace.